Can you see him coming? I can hear him. I see a fire truck.
Drive! Alright, thanks. Hey Guy, how are you? Glenn, hi. How you doing, Guy? Great. Okay, Mark.
Yeah. It's the greatest.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Yes, sir. The best guy here, too.
No. These two guys getting ordered are the best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you. She's going to the Yankees. Hey.
That's it, baby. How you doing? Good to see you. Looking good, man.
I thought it was my car.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our weekend of festivities. My name is Eddie Urge, and I'm going to start the program off. And I first want to mention that this whole thing came about because of the golf tournament that we're holding tomorrow for a fallen comrade, Fred Ryan, who had lung transplant, and we're helping him along as he gets through his endeavor. So certainly we want to thank all the guests for coming in and sharing all this time with us. And I'm going to call on Father John first to come up and say a few words.
Heavenly Father, we ask your blessings for Mark and Jack on this occasion, honoring them for their recent accomplishments in the field of sports. To contend in any sport is commendable, but to excel in any sport is honorable. To excel in any sport demands patience, hard work, and an unyielding desire to succeed. Because of their efforts and knowledge in the field of sports, Mark and Jack have influenced many youth and guided them on their way to become good family members and outstanding citizens of their communities. We also ask your blessing for those whose efforts made this day reality, an outstanding event for our community. May God bless and guide all of you whose participation today shows your willingness to recognize and keep in memory those who contribute in an honest, unselfish way to the betterment of our communities. This we ask in the name of the Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Before we start the program, I'd just like to make one additional comment. You think about how many cities there are in our country, and I don't know if any city can claim what we have here today. We have a guy who took the Pittsburgh Pirates to a world championship. He was the skipper and the manager, and you'll meet him. We have Mark Mangino, who was the NCAA Coach of the Year at Kansas. And we have Jack Zduriencik, who was the Major League Executive of the Year. I don't know if anybody can claim that. So let's start it off with a round of applause of pride for these three gentlemen. I will now like to call upon our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Chuck Tanner.
Thank you. This is the first time I've ever had to do this, but it's easy to do when you have two great people that are going to be honored here today. And whether you realize it or not, this is the whole United States, the whole nation. When you have one guy wins the bowl game, and he was an underdog every game. He took a kid that was 5'10", and he said, he's going to be my quarterback. And they said, oh, you can't, not in this league. And they lost one game. Would you lose one? What happened? Huh? Too many turnovers. But anyhow, what a great honor. And Jackie Zduriencik, I remember Fred Schaefer from here was a scout for the White Sox and signed Jack. And now he's the executive over all the general managers. He's number one in baseball. So we have two number ones here today. And all I can tell you this, whether you realize it or not, it's one of the greatest honors that could ever happen individually and to happen to an area like we have here. And you people, I'm really proud of the turnout today to come down and honor them, because I don't know the words for them. I don't know how to say it, but I know one thing. There's nobody in the country better than these two. And I think they deserve a hand from all of us. But I used to go with Mr. Mangino. He in Mahoningtown, he had all these kids playing. He said to me one time, will you come up and talk to them? I said, yeah. After a game in Pittsburgh, we drove up, he took me out in the field, and all these kids came around you. And he's the one that keeps the young kids going. And Jack scouted over in Europe and all over the world, and they both come up by their bootstraps. They weren't poor, they were just poor. They couldn't do everything they wanted, but they worked and worked, and the thing both of them have is they never quit. And if you never quit, you're going to be successful. And both of these guys never quit. And I could go on and tell you about the sacrifices they made, but we wouldn't have enough time in a day. But they didn't just go up and turn on the light switch. They earned every step of the way, and they both turned out to be the greatest there is in our whole country. So first of all, I'd like them both to come up here right now and talk to me. Come on. You guys need to talk. Okay, God bless you. God bless you. Okay, you guys take over.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming out today. This is a humbling experience to come back home and have people turn out and have a parade in our honor. You know, I'm really just a reflection of you. I'm you. I'm Newcastle. As you know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Probably some of my high school teachers are here to attest to that. I'm not the most talented. It's just it's endurance. It's just endurance, and I have great endurance. I can go and keep getting knocked down and get up and keep going, just like all of you do every day. I'm proud to be from Newcastle. I've always been proud of Newcastle. It's a great place to be raised and live. And, you know, I tell everybody around the country, when they ask me where I'm from, I say Newcastle, Pennsylvania, and there's a few people they remember, and one of the first names they fire off is Chuck Tanner. And Chuck, you know, he's the greatest. He competed at the highest level and was successful. But I want to thank you. I want to thank the bands, Newcastle High Band for coming out, and the Blue Coat Band, the best damn band in the land. I don't care what anybody says. It's not Ohio State. I'd like to thank Mayor Mastrangelo, Chief Mazzarello, distinguished guests. Some of them, I remember when I was young, they weren't so distinguished in those days. Things have picked up. What a jacket and tie will do for a guy, huh? I also want to thank my old high school coach here, Lindy Laurel. I still do a lot of the things that he did as a coach. The only difference is when he swore in Italian behind the huddle, everybody knew what he meant. In Kansas, they have no idea. They look at each other. But sometimes I swear in English, too, as you well know. But I appreciate all his support over the years. And Father, it's great to have you here today, and bless us. I need all the luck I can get. I'll take it all. I also want to mention my partner up here, Jack Zduriencik. Jack Zduriencik, he's a guy, he has endured. He's had lousy jobs in his profession, just like me. We've had to start from the bottom. We've had to fight and scratch and, you know, drive in the car for hours to see players that don't want to play for you. And, you know, it's just a tough, tough business. Jack, can you believe, Major League Baseball Executive of the Year, and he's not a general manager. He will be soon, though. But I'm glad to stand up here today and share this with Jack. And I want to thank everybody that helped organize it. You've been too kind. I'll never forget this day. I've been blessed to coach in big bowl games and for championships and some of the biggest stages in sports. But no stage is better than this one right here. Thank you very much.
I would also like to thank everyone that showed up today, and certainly all the people that run Newcastle here, Mayor, and everyone else. It is a very humbling experience. When I got a phone call a few months back, and I was told by Baseball America that I was going to be the Executive of the Year, I thought, you got to be kidding me. I was sitting at my desk, and it was a very, very humbling experience. And at the other end of the line, they said, well, how do you feel? And I said, well, I can't even say anything. You know, you don't work for accolades. You don't work for honors. You know, what I do is a passion of love. I feel like I'm a very, very fortunate guy. I grew up on the South Side and just wanted to play baseball, wanted to play football, wanted to be like all of you out there, a lot of you out there. And, you know, God touched me, and he put his hand on my life and has put me in a position today where hopefully I can influence people's lives and I can do things for other people. There have been a lot of people that have touched my life. You know, as Bear said, Coach Laurel, you know, being in the baseball industry, I can still look back on the days of my high school football days. And I just said to Bear here, I go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning, I could still hear Lindy Laurel saying, line up and run it again, you know. But he was a tremendous influence in my life. And there were a lot of other coaches here. To see Ronnie Plano here today, one of my high school coaches, was fantastic. You know, I look around, I see some of the guys that I played ball with, that I played against. Tremendous. Versus Giuliano, I told him the other day, playing with the Croton Dukes against the Iron Dukes. I'd go to the hole, he did it the other way. I'd go to the middle, he did it to the hole. I said, Versi, I could never ever feel it. This guy hit 900, But anyhow, he was terrific. To be here and have an opportunity to participate in a golf tournament tomorrow for Freddie Ryan is also an honor. And I appreciate that very much, that opportunity. Some of my old teammates were here. Tommy Tony, I see. Bob Mitchelltree. One of my best friends in the world, Sockhead, Mikey George, and Mark Tanner. Great, great friends of mine. Mark Delisco, thanks for everything. And a very, very close friend of mine, a guy that's been a lot to me and was an idol when I was a little kid on the South Side, Chuck Tanner. Having an opportunity to work with him with the Milwaukee Brewers several years back was fantastic. And we had our fingers crossed this past winter to be working together again. But someday we will, Chuck. We will. Also, I got a big break in my life. When I got released from the minor leagues, I came home and I was running around the South Side, and the guy gave me a phone call. The guy's name was Jack Bishovsky. He was coaching football at Austin Peay University in Tennessee. He said, Zduriencik, what are you going to do with your life? I said, well, I want to coach college baseball. He said, you want to coach college football? And I said, Coach, I didn't even play college football. He said, get your ass down here in the next 48 hours. You're on my coaching staff at Austin Peay. And I did. I got in the car, packed it up, and I went to Clarksville, Tennessee, and started my coaching career. Coach Bishovsky, it's wonderful to see you here. Thank you very much. And Angelo Fonatero, as a young guy at Ben Franklin Junior High School, what an influence he was on all of us. And I remember the Notre Dame fight songs. It was the same as the Ben Franklin fight songs. And more important than anything, my mom. She's here. She's my number one fan. Mom, I love you. And I get a phone call. Brewers win 3 in a row. I don't get a phone call. We lose a game, I get a phone call. What the hell's with them damn Brewers, Jack? Anyhow, my uncles and aunts, my Uncle Steve, my Aunt Pauline, all my other family. I better mention my brother-in-law, Roy Hammett. He never gets mentioned. So, Roy. And my wife, Debbie, would you stand up, honey? And Kimberly, my daughter, please stand up. Thank you. I said, in our industry, and Bear knows this because Mary Jane puts up with it too, we love what we do. But I said to Debbie, we've been married 25 years. We've been together 12 because I've been on the road so much. But I'll finish with one last story. As a young kid when I was growing up, I was going down to Forest Field like all of you. And one of the first ball games that I went to, I was an 8-year-old kid. We went Knot-Hole gang from the South Side. We went there, and I had a chance. I was walking along at the old Forest Field along the first base side, and in the dugout there, I see this guy down there. And I'm looking, and it's number 6. It was a catcher, Smokey Burgess. So I'm standing on top, and I'm yelling down there, hey, Smokey, give me your autograph. It's Sunday afternoon, 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm screaming, Smokey, give me your autograph. It's going on for 5 minutes. Finally, he sticks his head out, and he looks up at me and said, hey, kid, go to hell. I felt terrible, right? But on the way back, I got on a bus. We're driving on the way back home. And somebody says, tell me about your day. I said, hey, I talked to Smokey Burgess today. So, anyhow, I want to thank Newcastle because the people that I work with know this. Everybody knows this. That Newcastle, for me in my life, is the center of the universe. And whether I go to Florida or whether I go to California or whether I'm in Milwaukee with all the people that I work with, the one thing they know that Jack Zduriencik came from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. And he's awfully proud of his friends, his family, and everybody we've been associated with. And the guy behind me, Bear Mangino, we speak every so often. We call each other. I keep in touch with him, and I'm sitting in Milwaukee, and Barry Alvarez gets mad at me because I go Rock Shock Jayhawks, So, Bear, I'm proud of you, buddy. I knew his dad when he was great friends with Muff Sally down on the South Side. My pop were a football coach. And, for me and my family, Bear, the honor you received and what you did at the University of Kansas is remarkable. It's not only an accomplishment where he got his team to the Orange Bowl, but if you understand how difficult that is to be in a state with a population of the size of Kansas compared to the other states they have to recruit against, to win the Orange Bowl, to be voted the College Football Coach of the Year, Bear, I'm as proud of you as anybody can be. God bless you, and God bless Newcastle.
Now, this is really interesting because I've never told this before in front of all you people, so you know. But the guy that was instrumental in me playing pro ball was Coach Lindy Lauro. I mean, he pitched for St. Margaret, and we're playing ball. And we played that day, and there was a scout there named Jack Reeder, and I hit 2 home runs off of Lindy. And then I hit a double and a triple, and the scout liked me. He says, he hit it off the great football player for the Cardinals in pro football, Lindy Laurel. And Lindy says, that's a lie. He said, I'd have beamed you if you'd have done that. But I did it. It's on record. And I want my good friend to come up here, Lindy, and say a few words. Get up there, buddy. Come on. Your curveball is just hot.
You know, he enlarges a little bit on his accomplishments. Because I did tell him one thing. I said, if you did all that, I said, the next pitch I was going to hit you in the head with the damn ball. But I'm very, very proud. And actually, I cannot express how proud I really am with these gentlemen behind me here, Zduriencik, Mangino, and Chuck Tanner. I think he's even related to me on my wife's family. No, but they've all been saying the same thing in one way or the other. Newcastle should be extremely, extremely proud of them. Because it's not a local thing, it's not a sectional thing, it's a national event. For a town of this size, to have people who have become distinguished as they are, baseball, football, and so forth, from a town in Newcastle. But you people in Newcastle should be very proud to have this occasion to honor them. And I'll tell you one thing, people like these people behind me have made Newcastle famous, and that's in all 50 states. You mention Newcastle, immediately one of their names comes popping out. And I thank God that one way or the other, that I had something to do, and I don't mean by teaching them or anything, just to be associated with their personality and character. They are tremendous individuals. I thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thanks a lot, Lindy. And he didn't mention it, but he's one of the greatest coaches ever in high school. And he played pro football, and he helped me get to the big leagues because I racked you, buddy. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to turn it over to the mayor, and he's going to introduce everybody that's here and the proclamations. Come on, Mayor. All right, buddy.
Thank you very much. There. Take my glasses off to read. I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah, very much.
This is the mayor's proclamation, Mark Bear Mangino. Whereas Newcastle native Mark Bear Mangino played high school football for Newcastle, became a student coach at Youngstown State University, received a degree there, became offensive coach at Geneva College, and team won 11 games the first time in decades. Whereas thinking he was pretty good at coaching, Mark Bear Mangino decided to become head coach at Elwood City, Pennsylvania High School, went 1-9, and was let go after 1 year. And whereas determined that coaching football was his future, he asked a friend to help him seek a position as graduate assistant at Kansas State that paid $220 per week. After 1 year, was hired full-time as recruiting coordinator and later assistant head coach. And whereas Dennis Fred Bob Stoops hired him at Oklahoma University, where he was named offensive coordinator. Students won the national championship, and Mark Bear Mangino won the Frank Broyles Award as coach football's top assistant. And whereas Mark Mangino accepted the head coaching position at University of Kansas, went through some tough times before guiding his 2007 team to a 12-1 season. He then won the Home Depot Coach of the Year award, and the Kansas University team was given the 2007 Stanley Tools Breakthrough of the Year award.
And whereas Mark Mangino was named the Associated Press Coach of the Year for 2007. Now therefore, I, Anthony Mastrangelo, Mayor of Newcastle, do hereby proclaim Saturday, June 21st, 2008, a day of recognition honoring Mark Bear Mangino for his tireless efforts to maintain his family values and at the same time pursuing his dream to be one of the best college football coaches in the nation. On behalf of all the residents of the city of Newcastle, I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to just a guy from Mahoneytown for a job well done. Bear?
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. And he's right, just a guy from Mahoneytown. To get where I am, I had a lot of help. I didn't do this myself, and a lot of people are mentioning this that it helped, but the people that have supported me the most, I want to recognize my family. My wife, Mary Jane, it's been a tough road to hoe. We've moved a lot of times, and we didn't have much for a while, but things picked up. And Mary Jane's hung in there, and I want to thank her. And I want to thank a few people, but I got a lot of relatives here. My mother is here, my brother, my sister, aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces. I appreciate everybody coming out. It's an honor to be here today. I appreciate all you people for supporting me through the years. It's been a lot of fun doing it. The trouble with having a big year is everybody wants you to do it again. So I'm cutting my vacation short and I'm going back to work tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bear. Jack? Mayor's proclamation for Jack Zduriencik. Whereas Newcastle native Jack Zduriencik received his bachelor's degree in education from California State University and a master's degree in physical education from Austin Peay University. And whereas a veteran of 24 years in professional baseball, who worked with 4 major league organizations, including the New York Mets, Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, prior to joining Milwaukee Brewers, sorry about that. And whereas a special assistant to the general manager, director of amateur scouting, Jack Zduriencik was named Major League Executive of the Year by the Baseball America for 2007. Now, therefore, I, Anthony Mastrangelo, Mayor of the City of Newcastle, do hereby proclaim Saturday, June 21st, 2008, a day of recognition honoring Jack Zduriencik for his accomplishments as the Executive of the Year. On behalf of all the residents of the City of Newcastle, I wish to extend our sincere appreciation and praise, recognizing his extraordinary accomplishments for a job well done. Jack, congratulations very much.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it, and thanks City Council for the recognition as well. I do see one of my old teammates there, Bobby Skineski, and I do want to say yesterday was a thing at Flaherty Field honoring Donnie Ross, Chuck Tanner, my father John, and Ed Skineski, some of the people that were instrumental in all of our lives in baseball. And what a great accomplishment, Mark. You guys are doing a tremendous job at Flaherty Field. It's appreciative from the city and all of us that have ties there. As the mayor read that a few years back in my career, I'd worked with the Pirates, I worked with the Mets, I worked with the Dodgers. I bounced around a little bit, and I kept getting promotions, and in every one I was always proud of it. But to tell you how your family can humble you, my brother-in-law said to me one day, "Jack, what's the matter? You can't keep a job?" So, anyhow, I thank the City of Newcastle, and thank you, Mayor, for this. Appreciate it.
I'd like to introduce also Karen DiCarlo, President of City Council, for a
commendation for Mark Bear Mangino. Whereas it is fitting that we recognize persons in our community who have demonstrated extraordinary commitment and leadership. And whereas we realize that participation in athletics helps to build character and teaches a sense of fair play and good sportsmanship. And whereas Mark Bear Mangino started his career in Newcastle as the junior high football coach in 1981 and is now the head coach at Kansas University. And whereas Mark's exemplary career has earned him special recognition and awards, which include the Eddie Robinson Award, Bear Bryant Award, and the Associated Press Coach of the Year, characterized by an obvious dedication of doing a job well. Now, therefore, we, the members of Newcastle City Council, do hereby wish to commend and congratulate Mark Bear Mangino for his fine efforts and extend our affection and admiration with which you are regarded in this community. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want to thank City Council. I appreciate it. It's much appreciated, and I have to get another case in my house to put all these proclamations and awards, but thank you very much.
Jack? This commendation is for Jack Zduriencik. Whereas it is fitting that we recognize persons in our community who have demonstrated extraordinary commitment and leadership, and whereas we realize that participation in athletics helps to build character and teaches a sense of fair play and good sportsmanship, and whereas Jack Zduriencik began his baseball career in 1983 with the New York Mets as an area scout and is now the special assistant to the general manager for the Milwaukee Brewers, and whereas Jack's exemplary career has earned him special recognition as the Baseball America Executive of the Year Award in 2007. Now, therefore, we, the members of Newcastle City Council, do hereby wish to commend and congratulate Jack Zduriencik for his fine efforts and extend our affection and admiration with which you are regarded in this city.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Karen. Appreciate that. Karen's the only person that's ever pronounced my name correctly all those many times right there. Thank you very much. I accept this for me and my family, and thank you, Newcastle.
Next on the agenda is County Commissioner Rick de Blasio.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mayor. Just on a quick note, it's a beautiful day for two well-deserved people that we're honoring here today, and Mark Mangino and Jackie Zduriencik, and also to their families, because I think both men have mentioned the sacrifices that they have made throughout their careers. You know, one of the things that these are great examples for all of us. Mark and Jack are great examples for all of us, what it is to be determined. This today didn't come easy for them. There was a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. But one of the things that they talked about in their comments was the passion that they had for what they were doing. The passion for baseball for Jack, and the passion for football with Mark. Nothing mattered. They just kept on working hard and doing what they wanted to do. And they loved it. And that's an example for all of us that if you keep on doing that and persevere, the good things are going to happen to you along the way. As the county commissioner, on behalf of the 93,000 people of Lawrence County, we want to congratulate you on your accomplishments, both of you. We want to thank you how you represent our town and our county. It's just a great thing what you're doing. We wish you nothing but the best in the future, and good luck and in good health to both of you and your families. And I feel honored to be up here with all of these individuals, especially Mr. Tanner, being a big Pirate fan for all my entire life. And one time he was in the hospital, and we were discussing last year about a game with the Phillies, a doubleheader with the Phillies back in 1978 to set the stage for 1979 when you won the World Series. So it's truly, being up here with these gentlemen is just truly an honor, and I feel very humbled by it. I'm going to read these proclamations, but Jack, with all due respect, I know you're from the South Side, but Bear's from Mahoning Town, and I learned a long time ago, being born and raised in West Pittsburgh, you don't mess anybody with from Mahoning Town. So, Mr. Mangino, Bear, if you would like to come up here, please. This is truly an honor. I mean, we played baseball together. I didn't play football against him. You look at the size of us. He'd kill me. But anyhow, this is a proclamation from the County of Lawrence. And whereas Mark Thomas Mangino was born on August 26, 1956, in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, is married to Mary Jane with one daughter, Samantha, and one son, Tommy. And whereas Mark Thomas Mangino graduated from Youngstown State University in 1987 and was head coach at Lincoln High School in Elwood City, offensive coordinator at Geneva College, coach for 2 seasons at Youngstown State, and assistant coach at Newcastle High School, before being hired as assistant coach at Kansas State University in 1991. I believe we missed Oklahoma in there somewhere, didn't we? But that's all right. That's all right. Whereas Mark Thomas Mangino was hired to his current position as head coach of the Kansas University Jayhawks in December 2001. And whereas Mr. Mangino, Mark Mangino, received the following awards: the 2000 Frank Broyles Award, 2007 Big 12 Coach of the Year, Walter Camp Coach of the Year, AP National Coach of the Year, Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year, the Home Depot Coach of the Year, the Sporting News Coach of the Year, and AFCA Coach of the Year, and the Paul Bear Bryant Coach of the Year. And whereas Mark Thomas Mangino will be honored at a parade in his honor to be held in downtown Newcastle on Saturday, June 21st, 2008, now therefore it be resolved by the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that we do hereby congratulate Mark Mangino on his many accomplishments and honors, both on and off the field, and express our admiration along with the citizens of Lawrence County for making us proud as we welcome him back to his hometown. Be it further resolved by the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that we wish him only the best in all his future endeavors. The Office of the Commissioners, Steve Craig, Chairman, Dan Vogler, Commissioner, and Rick DeBlasio.
Rick, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it, buddy.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I want to thank the Lawrence County Commissioners and Lawrence County for recognizing me. Thank you very much.
I remember that. And just to let you know, Jack, I was a big baseball fan. Mark Lisco could tell you. I didn't do too bad. I hit the ball pretty good in my day, so if you're looking for somebody down the road, here you go.
Chuck? Pirates aren't getting them. We're getting them.
All right, there you go. Thank you. Okay, this is County of Lawrence proclamation. Whereas Jack Zduriencik was born January 11th, 1951 in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, married to wife Debbie and has one daughter, Kimberly. And whereas Jack Zduriencik joined the Milwaukee Brewers organization on October 25th, 1999 as the Director of Scouting and was named a Special Assistant to the General Manager and Director of Amateur Scouting on January 15th, 2008. And whereas Jack Zduriencik was named the Baseball America Executive of the Year following the 2007 season, becoming the first non-general manager ever to win the award. That's a heck of an accomplishment, John. And whereas Jack Zduriencik will be honored at a parade to be held in downtown Newcastle on Saturday, June the 21st, 2008. Now therefore be it resolved by the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that we do hereby congratulate Jack Zduriencik on his many accomplishments and honors, both on and off the field, and express our admiration along with the citizens of Lawrence County for making us proud as we welcome him back to his hometown. Be it further resolved by the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that we wish him only the best of health and luck in his future endeavors. Office of the Commissioners, Steve Craig, Chairman, Dan Vogler, and Rick DeBlasio.
Thank you, Rick.
Jack.
Appreciate that very much.
Well deserved.
Just one, I don't know how many times we're coming back up here, but one thing I did want to say, with Bear getting his award as a Coach of the Year and, the accomplishment of, getting Executive of the Year, the most important thing in our lives and a testament to all of you, it's not what you have accomplished, but it's what you're going to accomplish. Thank you, Newcastle.
Thank you, Mayor, Chuck, Rick, Karen, Father John, and our honored guests. It truly is an honor to be here this morning and to see so many people come out to honor both of these gentlemen. Because when we think about what we have here, and I see a lot of young people in the audience, these gentlemen here show you what hard work and dedication is about. Chuck Tanner's always shown that. When I was a kid, like Commissioner DeBlasio said, I'm a big Pirate fan, and go back to the days of listening to the game on the radio. And Chuck Tanner has always emphasized Newcastle and hard work and dedication. Because everybody up here is humble. Everyone up here started from the bottom, and through hard work and dedication, succeeded. And I think that's the message here today by having this ceremony. When we see what they've accomplished through hard work and dedication, no one handed them anything. They all started at the bottom, and through hard work and dedication, reached the top. And we're so proud of that. You make Newcastle, Lawrence County, And from my perspective, the state of Pennsylvania, very proud, because we need more people like you two, and three, including Chuck, because those are the type of role models that our young people need out there. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you for everything you've done for our community, because you may not be living here doing your hard work in other parts of the country, but let me tell you, Bear, during football season last year, you drive through Mahoning Town and see some of those signs up down there and the enthusiasm, and you drive around. I mean, that's what it was about. I never saw the type of enthusiasm. I'm from Mahoning Town originally, too, and we know what it's like down there. And you're right, Rick, you don't mess with Mahoning Town. But no, I mean, that's the enthusiasm that you brought to this community. And you too, Jack. You make us very, very proud. I'm going to read, and I'm not going to get into all the whereases because everyone else has pretty much done that part. And I'm just going to read the first part and the last part. It says, whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania takes great pride in recognizing those citizens who, through their exceptional achievements, bring a notable measure of pride to themselves, their communities, and the Commonwealth. Then it gets into Mark Thomas Bear Mangino, and then it gets into all the great stuff that he's done, which the others have said. Then I go down, now therefore the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania lauds Mark Thomas Bear Mangino in his well-deserved honor, firmly states that he stands as a role model worthy of emulation, wishes him and every future success and happiness, and directs that a copy of this citation, sponsored by the Honorable Chris Sonata on June 17, 2008, be transmitted to Mark Thomas Bear Mangino. It's signed by me, Chris Sonata, the sponsor, as well as Dennis O'Brien, the Speaker of the Pennsylvania House. So, Bear, I just want to give this to you. Congratulations, and thank you on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Again, thanks to the House of Representatives, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and always be proud to be from Pennsylvania. And I tell people that all the time in Kansas. Thank you.
And now I'd like to honor Jack. And I'm going to do the same thing. You've got so many whereases too there, Jack, in there. We're going to skip that part, and I'm going to read the first line. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania takes great pride in recognizing those citizens who their exceptional achievements brings a noble measure of pride to themselves, their community, and the Commonwealth. Whereas Jack Zduriencik, and he's being honored, and he goes on to tell us about that, and directs that a copy of this citation, sponsored by the Honorable Chris Sonata on June 17, 2008, be transmitted to Jack Zduriencik. That's also signed by me as the sponsor of this citation, as well as Dennis O'Brien, the Speaker of the Pennsylvania House. And I want to present this to you, Jack, because you have a lot to be proud of, and your family should be very proud today.
And also, again, thank you to the state of Pennsylvania. I'm proud to be from Pennsylvania, and as I said many times, very, very proud to be from Newcastle. Thank you.
I want you to know something. They did not come here today to be honored. They had no idea this was happening. This was not on their agenda. This is something that we threw on their lap. They came here to help a friend. They came here to help Freddie Ryan. So one last hand for these two guys for the big heart. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you. I want to call Chief Tom up now to make a couple comments. Tommy is the guy who put this parade together. And we're going to have Coach Lindy come up and say one final word, and then he'll dismiss us all. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to make this brief. I just want to thank some people who helped me put this thing together. Me and the mayor had an idea back in November about trying to honor these people, so I think we pulled it off. And the people that helped me was from Cindy and the mayor's secretary and RNA screening, the embroidery company helped me out, the transit authority. What I want to do is I want to induct, without a plaque, I want to induct Chuck Tanner, make him an honorary fireman, have a hat and a T-shirt. Thank you. And wear it proud. I will. If the size is wrong, you have to check with Bear. Jack, I'm from the South Side, Jack. You're next.
And Mark Mangino. And I just want to say, what a beautiful place we have here, and I think this event showcases the things that are happening downtown. And I just wish everybody would support everything that's going on downtown with the new restaurants and everything at. Go have lunch at someplace downtown and help support our city. And what else can we say about these two gentlemen? Thank you for everything. We got Lindy now. Oh, wait, one other thing. It's not everybody that gets a call from Richard DeMarc, and Bear got a call from Richard DeMarc. Congratulations.
Now, here's some news hot off the press. Bear Mangino in next month Playboy, with all those hot tomatoes, he will be recognized as the Playboy Coach of the Year. One other little tidbit. When Bear was elected to the Assistant Coach of the Year, I sent him a bottle of champagne to congratulate him on this achievement. And I wrote a little note. I says, Bear, make sure, very emphatically, to send a telegram to the Elwood School Board and thanking them for firing you, or you might still be in Elwood. Thank you.
First of all, thank you very much for being here. It's been an honor to recognize two men from Newcastle, south side of Mahoneytown. Thank you all for being here. And lastly, the trolleys will take everyone back to the fire station. Thank you again. Bye now.